In the year 33 AD, on the hill of Golgotha outside Jerusalem, a group of Roman soldiers carried out what they believed to be a routine execution. Their task was to crucify a man named Jesus of Nazareth, accused of claiming to be the King of the Jews. Yet, this was no ordinary execution. As they drove nails into his hands and feet, these soldiers became unwitting participants in an event that would resonate through history as the cornerstone of Christianity. Who were these soldiers? Were they merely instruments of the Roman state, or did their encounter with Jesus leave a lasting impact on their lives? This document explores their fate through historical records, legends, and spiritual lessons, delving into the turbulent world of first-century Judea, the key figures involved, and the enduring themes of forgiveness and redemption. We will examine the legend of Longinus, the soldier who pierced Jesus' side, and reflect on how these events continue to inspire us today. The crucifixion of Jesus is not just a historical event but a profound moment that challenges us to consider questions of justice, mercy, and transformation. The soldiers, often portrayed as faceless enforcers, were individuals with their own stories, shaped by the harsh realities of Roman military life. By exploring their actions and the broader context, we aim to uncover not only what happened but also what it means for us in the modern world. Join us on this journey through time to understand the significance of the crucifixion and its lasting legacy. To fully grasp the significance of the crucifixion, we must immerse ourselves in the world of first-century Judea, a province under Roman rule. Judea in the early 1st century was a land of political tension and religious fervor. The Jewish people lived under the oppressive governance of Rome, which had annexed Judea as a province in 6 CE following the removal of Herod Archelaus. The Roman administration, headquartered in Caesarea Maritima, was led by prefects like Pontius Pilate, who governed from 26 to 36 CE. Pilate's tenure was marked by conflicts with the Jewish population, as he struggled to balance Roman authority with local religious sensitivities. The economy of Judea relied heavily on agriculture, with wheat, barley, olives, and grapes as primary crops. Writings from the period indicate that Jewish farmers even introduced rice cultivation, a testament to their adaptability. However, heavy taxation by Roman authorities and their local agents fueled resentment among the populace. The Jewish people maintained some autonomy in religious matters, with the Sanhedrin, a council of Jewish leaders, overseeing temple worship and adjudicating matters of Jewish law. Yet, the presence of Roman soldiers and the imposition of Roman laws created a volatile atmosphere. Jesus of Nazareth emerged in this context as a charismatic preacher, performing miracles and teaching about the kingdom of God. His growing following alarmed both the Jewish religious elite and Roman authorities, who saw him as a potential threat to stability. Jesus was accused of blasphemy by the Sanhedrin and brought before Pilate, who sentenced him to death for claiming to be the King of the Jews, a charge interpreted as sedition against Rome. Crucifixion, a brutal form of execution reserved for slaves and rebels, was designed to maximize suffering and serve as a public deterrent. Victims were scourged, forced to carry their crossbeam, and nailed to a cross, where they died slowly from asphyxiation and exposure. Jesus was crucified at Golgotha alongside 2 thieves, with a sign above his head reading, "Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews." This section will explore the political dynamics, the role of key figures like Pilate, and the cultural and religious landscape that shaped the events leading to the crucifixion. By understanding this context, we can better appreciate the actions of the soldiers and the profound impact of Jesus' death.
The crucifixion of Jesus was carried out by a detachment of Roman soldiers, likely led by a centurion. These soldiers were not necessarily ethnic Romans but could have been auxiliary troops recruited from regions like Samaria or Syria. Trained to follow orders without question, they were hardened by the demands of military life. The Gospels describe their actions vividly. They mocked Jesus, dressing him in a purple robe and placing a crown of thorns on his head, jeering, "Hail, King of the Jews." They spat on him, struck him, and led him to Golgotha, where they nailed him to the cross with precision and raised it. The story of these soldiers is not one of mere cruelty. As Jesus died, extraordinary events unfolded: an earthquake, darkness, and the tearing of the temple veil. The centurion, witnessing these signs, declared, "Truly this was the Son of God." This moment suggests a profound shift, where even those who executed Jesus began to recognize his divine nature. This section will explore the soldiers' backgrounds, their actions, and the significance of the centurion's declaration, shedding light on their role in this pivotal event.
Longinus,
Among the soldiers at the crucifixion, one figure stands out in Christian tradition, Longinus, the soldier who pierced Jesus' side with a spear. And blood and water flowed out. The name Longinus appears in the apocryphal Gospel of Nicodemus, and over time, a rich legend developed around him. Tradition holds that Longinus was nearly blind and was miraculously healed when the blood and water from Jesus' side touched his eyes. This miracle led to his conversion to Christianity, and he is venerated as a saint in the Roman Catholic and Eastern Orthodox churches. The legend of Longinus also includes stories of the Holy Lance, believed to possess supernatural powers. Relics purported to be the lance have been revered in places like Vienna and Armenia. This section will trace the origins of the Longinus legend, its development through medieval traditions, and its symbolic significance as a story of transformation and redemption. At the heart of the crucifixion narrative are the spiritual values of forgiveness and redemption, central to Christian theology. From the cross, Jesus prayed, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do," extending mercy even to those who crucified him. This act of forgiveness is echoed in other biblical stories, such as the repentant thief who was promised paradise and the conversion of Saul, who became the Apostle Paul. These examples illustrate the transformative power of divine grace, offering hope that no one is beyond redemption. This section will explore how forgiveness and redemption are woven into the Christian message, drawing on biblical teachings and theological reflections. It will examine how these values challenge individuals to overcome hatred and seek reconciliation, even in the face of great wrong. The lessons of forgiveness and redemption from the crucifixion are not confined to the past, they resonate powerfully in today's world. Modern examples of forgiveness demonstrate the enduring relevance of these values. For instance, in Rwanda, survivors of the 1994 genocide have forgiven perpetrators, fostering reconciliation in a nation torn by violence. Similarly, Samara Alinejad, an Iranian woman, pardoned her son's killer moments before his execution, an act that inspired many. These stories show that forgiveness can heal deep wounds and build bridges in divided communities. This section will explore how individuals and societies can apply the principles of forgiveness to address conflicts, promote peace, and foster personal growth, drawing inspiration from the crucifixion narrative. The crucifixion of Jesus is a story of profound suffering and extraordinary grace. The Roman soldiers, once agents of a brutal execution, became witnesses to a divine truth that transformed their understanding. Through historical exploration, the legend of Longinus, and reflections on forgiveness, we see that no one is beyond the reach of redemption. This document has journeyed through the past to uncover the fates of those who crucified Jesus and to draw lessons for today. As we reflect on their story, we are called to embrace forgiveness in our own lives, to heal divisions, and to honor the legacy of grace that began on the cross.